So initially he said that he was aiming for 6 episodes, but then he realized that he did not have content for it. So
Oh,
unlike Game of Thrones, where they
yeah.
like apart from all of the excellent cinematographic aspects, we
Hmm.
must also give them credit for making such a technical story more accessible
Yeah.
because they go on to explain how a nuclear reactor works, how everything is
Yeah.
structured, why you need things, why like it's the simple concept of installing a heat exchanger. Why do you need to do that?
And
And why
actually
do
also
you
showing
what?
it with the help of politicians. Like you have those dialogues like integrated with them.
So that is an integral part throughout, right? Like showing. So it's not just about Chernobyl. It's also a critique on Soviet era bureaucracy. So this is one thing that I noticed during my second watch. So the other guy, Sharbina,
Mhm.
initially, so his character development throughout the series is like phenomenal.
Yeah.
Initially, you see him literally looking down on the scientists, he's like, nah, you don't mean anything. And
Yeah.
then he slowly realizes what's really at stake, what's going down, and then he becomes more accepting of the guy. And in
Yeah.
the end, they are shown to be like almost friends. That is something like really nice with Soviet era. But I don't know. I've also heard criticism like while there are moments of brilliance, overall it's not really very true. It's like a
Oh,
Western image of Soviet era or the Soviet state.
maybe. Because so in one of the after credit scenes, like
Hmm.
the creator was talking about like so in the first episode we have the scene of an old guy comes and give that Russian speech like
That was such a badass speech.
yeah. So they're like we wanted to like portray the Russian philosophy as a character, and that's why the old guy is there to
Hmm.
show like how Soviet like mindset was.
The hierarchy.
But it is my experience that when the people ask questions that are not in their own best interest, they should simply be told to keep their minds on their labour and leave matters of the state to the state.
That's very true. I mean, like first time I watched the series, I almost like joined into the banging on the table. Like, yes, good speech there. But then that's very true. It's like contain the spread of misinformation.
Yeah. And also another good thing about Soviet people was like when they accepted the responsibility. So
Hmm.
like the miners were ready to die for saving the like to preventing the explosion or to installing the heat pad, even though they knew like they were gonna die.
So
That
that is it might feel heroic,
Mhm.
but that's been criticized as being like the negatives of the Soviet socialism. It's like people became so resigned to not having a choice. It's like when someone from higher authority tells you, you do it. There's
Okay.
no other option.
Oh.
So when they tell you to dig a tunnel, you dig a tunnel. That's the end.
Also, like talking about scenes, like the Minister of Coal scene was also good. Like it gives me chill.
Oh, that yeah, that
Yeah.
was nice. It's like now you look like a minister of coal.
Yep.
And then that guy almost is like when he arrives on the scene, it literally feels like he's about to shit his pants. He's like
Yeah.
scared of the miners. What will they do?
Yeah.
That was a good setting up scene about the miners. It like tells you about their personality beforehand.
And that was also because of the power structure that was in Russia. So most of the things would work on coals. So the miners knew like if they like started a protest, then no one would be
Mhm.
there to replace him. So they had that kind of power or
Yeah, I don't know. It's like whenever I see them, I just feel a little bit sorry for them because of the
yeah.
like abysmal working conditions. Like it's very common, right? The black lung. It's literally called a black lung disease. Like you have too much coal dust in your lungs, and that's why it's like a lot of miners die to it. But they were shown to be badass. That's true
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Kind of like they were happy with their lives, like a satirical way.
Like they have made peace with it, and they're like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
this is our job. We have to do it. We can do it while having a sad face, or we can do it while being happy.
Hmm.
Yeah, just do it.
just do it. Like it.
Yeah.
But then, like, one more thing is about also about the screenwriter. So Craig
Hmm.
Mazin, he like the best known works that he did before Chernobyl were the Hangover parts, part two and
Oh,
part three. It's
that's a
like,
drastic shift.
can
You
you
know?
imagine that screenwriter from comedy to here? But then again, so in the interview with him, what he was saying was that during comedy, he realized the importance of time. So when he was doing comedy and then you have those rough cuts,
Okay.
so if the timing is not perfect, it becomes very, very lame, right?
Uh-huh.
So that made him realize that how you need to be very tight with what with what you're creating. So initially he said that he was aiming for 6 episodes, but then he realized that he did not have content for it. So
Oh,
unlike Game of Thrones, where they
yeah.
literally had to they just filled in stuff because they had to fill in stuff. He was like, no, I'll make 5 episodes. Will be 5 episodes. Everybody happy.
Yep.
And I think so. He also goes on to say that comedy movies are very difficult, and then Oscar should only be given to comedy directors. But that's a debate for another day.
Yeah, I mean, I have heard a lot of people say like praising the people who make comedies, like even in the film competition as well. So if you have a entry which has comedy in it, the first critic would be like, it is very difficult to make a comedy or make the audience laugh, and you have done it pretty well. So good job.
Ha.
It's kind of a bonus point
So
for them, like
it is if you do good comedy. It's like
yeah,
the recent rise of slapstick is something
yeah.
that I'm against. Like not real comedy, like personal opinions. But then now that we've talked so much good about it, which also reflects in the rating, it's like the highest rated TV series or something, right?
Yeah, I think it was first on IMDb as well.
IMDb. Yeah. But there is a very big criticism. So initially, the main criticism surrounding Chernobyl is about how it's not factually accurate. So initially, I was like, okay, it's a TV series. It doesn't really have to be factually accurate.
Hmm.
But when I read about those, some of the things actually stood out to me. So it's like the entire fireman scene in the hospital where she's like, "Don't go near him. He's dangerous to you."
Okay, yeah.
That's all scientifically not possible. It's like when you
Oh,
get sick due to radiation, you don't become radioactive yourself. And
I,
like after reading that, I was like, yeah,
yeah, because that was also bugging me. Like, how?
exactly. And so, like a bigger point with that is like in the end they kind of show you the facts, right? Like this is what actually happened also. And in
Hmm.
that they mention the woman, like his wife,
Yeah,
and how her baby died and all that.
yeah.
So that is a very debatable point. It's like not everyone agrees on it. It's
Oh,
just some persons like one mention is there of it, and that's why a lot of people believe it. But
so
then
I.
again, like even scientifically speaking, even if she was pregnant, there's
Mhm.
like nothing, like almost no chance of her fetus becoming like deceased due to radioactivity.
Yeah, I think it was mentioned in a book by a Nobel Prize winner. Like, I think it was Voices
I
from
mean, yeah,
Chernobyl.
yeah. So voices, that is what inspired this series also.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot similar to Voices of Chernobyl. But like that's my bigger concern. So initially I was very dismissive of this criticism. It's like this is a TV series, not a documentary.
Hmm.
So they don't have to be accurate. But the kind of numbers that they've shown towards the end is like somewhere between 2000 and 90,000 people died because of this. That's a very big debate because it's like apart from the actual Chernobyl area,
Hmm.
there's like scientists are saying that the maximum radiation you would have gotten would be like more or less equivalent to about 3 CT scans.
Oh, okay.
So not really that life changing, so to say. And
Oh,
then there's the horrifying scenes that in the hospital, right? Like how you see those bodies all deformed. It's like they've
yeah,
almost created zombies.
yeah.
So again, there, like they were saying that the kind of doses that the firefighters received.
Hmm.
So in some treatments. some medical treatments today, they use higher doses than those, and they have
Oh,
very well defined, medicines or methods, medical technologies to handle that. So something like that, would it really happen? What they've shown there, I think that's more to create that emotional factor.
yeah, maybe.
So after reading all of that, I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, makes sense. So this is like it feels like a very like the series is trying to create some or somewhat amount of fear in you. Even the scene on the bridge, like towards
Yeah,
the end, you mentioned the death bridge.
yep.
So again, there is debate of firstly the incident happened at like 1 a.m. in the night. So there
Okay.
is one debate that people would be asleep and not really, excited. Oh, what's happening? Let's go out and see on the bridge. And
Hmm.
secondly, there have been like one or two people found who were on that bridge or near that bridge and
Oh,
who didn't really get a lethal dose of radiation,
hmm.
let alone all those kids playing in the snow and all that. You know, that B-roll where you have that radioactive dust falling on people.
Yep, yep. Yeah.
It's like they're making it so dramatic and then it might not have even have happened actually. So it's like after reading all that, I was like, now that makes it sound a lot more like just a drama series than an
Yeah.
actual, documentary or even close to a documentary,
Yeah,
which I
because
initially thought it was.
same.
I don't know. That criticism aside, I think it's still a very good series to watch.
Hmm.
With like excellent cinematography, sound design, and era perfect setting.
Yeah.
But this is something that has been bugging me recently. It's like, watch it as a drama. Don't take it very seriously. That's all we can say.
Yeah.